Hello everyone, welcome back once again. It's King H. Hope everyone is doing well. You're having a great day, great evening, depending on what time you're watching this, and everything is going well on this lovely Tuesday. So yesterday I spoke about detachment. Hope you got to understand some things based on detachment and understand the concept of it actually, and what it can aid you with in the long run. And for those who shared their comments and those who shared their likes, I really appreciate it. And anyone else can always reach me through email, so you can always reach out if you feel you don't want to share anything public. And I think that's what most of it would be. Actually having quite a long week myself, trying to get out of this storm that we're in the moment, but everything will be all right. I'm also, I think if you can hear my voice, it's sort of getting a flu of sorts, but I think it's fading away slowly, so my voice may be a bit husky at times, so bear with me. So today we're going to talk about hard times and how to get through them. So what I'm going to ask you to do is find a quiet space, take a deep breath, and then let's shift our frequencies, Now, without further ado, let me jump into it. Now, the first phase is the grounding. If you're listening to this, you might feel like the walls are closing in or the path ahead has vanished. First, I want you to acknowledge that your struggle is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of expansion. You cannot grow in a container that stays the same size. When times are hard, the first thing you must do is stop leaking energy. We leak energy by obsessing over why things are happening and how they will end. We move from the mind into the spirit. The spiritual pivot of it. Release the resistance, right? Spiritually, pain often comes from the gap between what is and what we want it to be. Drop the rope. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means stop fighting the current so you can start swimming with it. The law of polarity, as I've mentioned before in my previous videos, polarity. Remember, every low creates the space for an equal high. You're currently building the depth required to hold the joy that is coming. The second phase, the magnetic shift, rewiring your fields. Now that we've grounded, we have to talk about your magnetic signature. When you're in hardship, your frequency often drops to survival mode. Survival mode is a closed loop. It repels new opportunities because it is focused entirely on lack. To change your circumstances, you must change your broadcast. Actionable steps for positive energy would be 5-minute high frequency audit. Look around. What in your immediate environment feels heavy? Clear your desk. Light a candle if you want to. Or play music that vibrates at 528 hertz. That's normally frequency of transformation. I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm actually playing a frequency of transformation. This is 520 hertz in meditative stance. This meditation music that I normally play even in my previous videos. I know you can hear it. If you can't, add the volume. But 528 hertz is meant to heal you, meant to calm you. It makes you feel better. And normally I listen to this when I wake up too, or before sleeping, just to ease my mind. I think it sort of eases my mind, before I go into my subconscious and unconscious state. At least my mind is slightly at ease. So get into that, get into the 528 hertz. There's actually music on that, there's meditation music on that, so look into that. Find some time and relax, just unwind. It's really important to do that. Use gratitude as a weapon. This isn't toxic positivity, it's a strategic realignment. Find 3 things that are working, even if it's just the breath in your lungs. Gratitude is the fastest way to tell the universe, I'm ready for more. Take charge of your morning. As I always say, take charge of your morning. When you wake up, the first thing you should do is clear your mind, freshen up, meaning wash your face, brush your teeth, and all the basics, and after that, like as I said in the previous video, a bit of exercise here and there, get your body moving. And also it helps with the terms of if you delay your breakfast too, there's times of visceral fat for those who go to the gym. If you take your breakfast after 2 hours or so, it aids in for those who are trying to get into that V shape. So look more into that and you get to understand. And also meditate, listen to an audiobook if you can for just a few minutes or so. Then prepare for your day, but take charge of yourself before somebody else's energies take charge of your day. So take charge of your day. Your energy is most malleable right when you wake up. Do not check your phone. Declare your state. I am a magnet for solutions. I am resilient. I am guided. The third phase, they call it the King's Command. The alchemical process. Hard times are the fire that turns lead into gold. In the Kin Age Chronicles, we don't just survive the fire, we use it to forge a better version of ourselves. Spirituality without action is just a wish. Magnetism without direction is just static. I repeat this again. Spirituality without action is just a wish. Magnetism without direction is just static. Keep that in mind. Your strategy for the week, the small win protocol. Identify one tiny thing you can control today. Fix it. That mastery creates a ripple effect in your energetic field. Visualize the outcome. Spend 5 minutes seeing the problem solved. Don't focus on the process. Focus on the feeling of relief and victory. Hold that feeling until it feels more real than the hardship. Protect your circle. Very important. The people who are around you can either build you or break you. And also they can mend you. So choose the people that are around you wisely, because there are people who are just there to leech off your energy, the energy vampires, as I've always mentioned. And you don't need them in this kind of situations, especially in hard times when you're trying to figure yourself out, trying to get back from rock bottom, trying to figure out things. You need the right people in your circle. In hard times, you cannot afford to be around energy vampires. Surround yourself with the people who hold the frequency you want to reach. Surround yourself with the people who hold the frequency you want to reach. The morning magnetism. The internal reset. Begin with a slow, deep inhale. Hold for 4 seconds, then release. As you wake, you're a blank canvas, as I've mentioned before. Before the world tells you who to be today, decide who you are. Feel the weight of your body supported by the earth. You're grounded, you're safe, you're present. Clear the static. Scan your body for any heavy energy, tightness in the chest, tension in the jaws. These are just old stories trying to live in your body. On your next exhale, visualize them leaving like a dark mist. Spiritually, you are clearing your vessel. You cannot pour new wine into an old skin. Make room for the miracles that are looking for you today. Call in the light, which is the solfeggio scale. Visualize a golden light at your center. This is your core frequency. As you breathe, this light expands. It moves past your skin, filling the room. This is your magnetic field. Within this field, hardship cannot survive. It can only be transformed. Imagine your challenges today touching this light and turning into stepping stones. See yourself navigating your day with an unshakable inner peace. Declaration. This is for you. Repeat these words internally or aloud with the authority of a king or a queen. I'm the architect of my energy. I do not react to the world responds to my frequency. I'm magnetic to every resource, person, and idea I need today. Open your eyes, step into the day, you aren't just going through the day, you're leading it. Now, I'll obviously leave some books that I've read, and one, I think the most famous one is by James Clear, Atomic Habits. I think many people have this book, but I think majority of people don't actually read these books. They just have it because you have the book. Yeah, I have it. No, have you read it? Have you read it? So Atomic Habits by James Clear. This is more of taking actions to your daily lives, like as I mentioned, your early mornings, what you do. If you keep it in a habitual way, it creates this discipline and consistency that you keep doing, and gives you this positive energy. The polarities match with you. For those who don't have the book and they're hearing it for the first time, this is Atomic Habits. Then there's When Things Fall Apart. Not Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. This is Pema Chodron. When Things Fall Apart. This is for difficult times. It's a more heartfelt. It's almost like a memoir. So have a look at it. It's a good book to guide you. You get to understand what some people go through, because before you always assume, I'm the only one going through this. No, a lot of people are going through many things, but you may not just understand. But normally question. I always say question everything, no matter what. Even whatever I'm telling you, question it. Go look. By the way, is King H saying something sensible here or something? Question it. Then come back into the comments and say, hey, by the way, this and that. Question everything in your life. No one person can guide you through everything. I am just a medium of help with the resources that I have. You can reach out to many other things, many other people, many other resources and concepts to get these things straight to you. But if you focus on just one person and think one person can lead your way, then you're misguided. You're just a fool in action. So halt that nonsense and start seeking questions with everything. Somebody does something, question it. Not that you're being rude or anything, it's just question it. You cannot just be going into things blindly without questioning what other people's motives are, because majority of the people will come in and they'll be like, no, I'm aiding you, and their aim is to make money. So question everything, question them. Anything, everything, question it. Now there's also Waking Up by Sam Harris. It's a guide to spirituality without religion, because spirituality itself is not it's just understanding the concept of a higher being. Religion, as I mentioned, I have nothing against religion or anything. People in my family members who are religious and all, it's their thing. Spirituality is just getting to understanding who you are as a person and getting in touch with a higher being and the universe. The universe, God, is the same thing. It's just that people use different names. So holding context into one thing also, that's why I say based on sticking like, no, I'm just Christian. No, you can be Buddhist, you can be Muslim, you can be Hindu. Just get to understand these things before you claim that you're a specific person or whatever it is. That's just segregation in the highest order. You can be anybody or anyone, because all these things are just teaching the same things. There's no point in time I'll be like, no, you're just Christian or you're Muslim. No, yours doesn't mean anything. No, it's because you've chosen to listen to one concept. There are many concepts out here. Take time to understand them before you judge them. I've taken time to understand many concepts, many religions before I'd be like, no, but then I just opted, okay, spirituality is just me getting in touch with God. And why is it that people who are religious have bitter hearts, the bitterful taste in their mouth? They always have something strong against people. Is it spirituality or just pushing people to believe in a certain narrative? There's so many things you have to question. As I say, question everything. It's not about being rude, it's about knowing where you're moving forward to. As I said, there's people who are energy vampires. Once they consume you and take you, as I always say, we don't know what the next life is. Live your life here now as it is. This is the only thing you know. This video you're watching right now, this is what you know. The surrounding you're in right now, that's what you know. So live it, enjoy it, and be mindful of everybody around you and anything that you come across, because as I said, I love this life, and because it's what I know. So I would want people viewing this to also love this life too. So the other book is The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. It's a great book too. If you have time, have a look at it. Here it is. The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. 4 books. They're close to 30 plus that I have, but out of the 30 I've actually read 20. But the ones which I've gotten mostly to me are these 4 that I've just mentioned. So when you have time, look into them, find the audiobooks, get to understand them. Maybe you have a different concept, as I always say, come into the comments or something and say, hey, by the way, this is this, challenge me, or I can be like, okay, because we always defend what we believe. That's the other thing. You can change my belief, I can change your belief. You can't just stick to one narrative, because at the end of the day, you have to keep changing. And if you don't allow change in you, you don't allow growth, and you stagnate and think other people around you are the fools. So take time to learn, relearn, and unlearn, and keep going through that process over and over, because nobody in this world knows everything. And as I always mention, if they know everything, then they're God. Then they should be able to do so much than just knowing. Anyway, the storm is passing through you. It isn't staying with you. You're the mountain. The weather is just the weather. Keep your head high, your heart open, and your energy magnetic always. This is King H. I'll see you at the top. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking time through this. Give gratitude through anything and everything. Be kind to everyone around you and to yourself. And mostly love yourself first, and don't be a narcissist when you're out there saying, no, this is love. And no looking for instant gratification. Things take time. Learning yourself takes time also. So once you do that, you'll understand and appreciate you. And as I always say, when you appreciate you, you appreciate everything else that's around you. Many people who are unappreciative of whatever they have, it's because they do not appreciate themselves. So when you get to understand this, everything in your life will move swiftly. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe, please. I appreciate for all that and everyone that does. Peace to all of you. Thank you.